Ah, I put the wrong thing up. You weren't supposed to see me. Good morning. This is TJ McCormick with Sing the Word, and we are here to sing a song I just sang yesterday. What am I doing? What crazy, mixed up mind would sing a song again? Because I like it. It's a good song. And I kind of felt like maybe somebody needs to know that Jesus is all you need. He is before all things, and in him all things hold together. He is also head of the body, the church, and in him he is the beginning, the firstborn from the dead, so that he himself will come to have first place in everything. For it was the Father's good pleasure for all the fullness to dwell in him. For it was the Father's good pleasure for all the fullness to dwell in him. For it was the Father's good pleasure for all the fullness to dwell in him. But dwell in him. To dwell in him. He is before all things. In him all things hold together. He is also head of the body, the church, and he is the beginning, the firstborn from the dead, so that he himself will come to have first place in everything. For it was the Father's good pleasure for all the fullness to dwell in him. For it was the Father's good pleasure for all the fullness to dwell in him. For it was the Father's good pleasure for all the fullness to dwell in him. To dwell in him. To dwell in him. To dwell in him. It was the Father's good pleasure for all the fullness to dwell in him. Oh my goodness. This is TJ McCormick putting my ukulele up. Oh! And putting it down. He's okay. Whew, that was a close one. Well, good morning. This is Sing the Word and ukulele dropping host TJ McCormick. Hi, everybody. And we are going to talk about For All the Fullness. Now, before I dropped my ukulele and had a heart attack, I was singing a song called For All the Fullness, and it's out of Colossians. And I apologize, but I'm going to show this to you real quick. And it looks like Mr. Spell Genius didn't quite spell the word fullness right, so please forgive me for the little marker, but anyways, it's spelled right on this thing. So we want that. That's the good one. He is before all things. But before I get started, 5 minutes into this thing, and I'm saying before I get started. Ugh, what a dummy. No, before I get started, I just want to say that I've sang this song now a couple times in a row, but I've also sang it in another show not too long ago. And for some reason, I just thought, maybe I should talk about this morning. So here I am. And before I get started, gosh. One more thing. Let me throw that out. One more thing. Jesus plus nothing. Jesus plus nothing. Some friends of mine were trying to make that, I don't know, what do you call it, a hashtag or a social media thing, but they were trying to tell the world that you don't need anything else but Jesus. You can't add to Jesus. You can't subtract from Jesus. You just take Jesus as everything you need for life, for your salvation, for your needs, your physical needs, your spiritual needs, for hope. For hope. It's just Jesus and nothing else. Now, sorry, I had a little cereal earlier this morning. You need nothing but Jesus. Nothing. Nothing else. Nothing else. What's interesting about this verse is the idea that you cannot add anything. Fullness. All the fullness of God, of deity, to dwell in Jesus. He is everything you need. Let's read the verse real quick so we can make sure we get this scripturally right. He is before all things, and in him all things hold together. He is also the head of the body, the church. And he is the beginning, the firstborn from the dead, so that he himself will come to have first place in everything. If those two mini paragraphs don't stir your heart, let me see if I can help stir the pot a little bit. Jesus is before you. And in Jesus, all things work. All things function properly, even though it might be a little crazy now, but everything's functioning as God planned it. He is the beginning, the firstborn from the dead, so that he himself will come to have first place in everything. Okay? I live in Vegas, and people like to bet on things. So, if you knew that someone was going to be first place in everything, you might kind of take notice. But we're not, I'm sorry. We're not talking about horse racing or something like that, or betting on racing. We're placing our hope, which is way more than our money, our treasures, our family. We're placing our hope, the very essence of our life, that Jesus is all we need. And that's your anchor. That's the place of refuge that you can find if you place your hope in the only self-sufficient being. And in case you think, I'm self-sufficient, aren't I? Sound like Scooby-Doo. Aren't I sufficient? Can't I figure this thing out? Do I really need God? Do I really need God? Well, you are so reliant on people, the trash guys. You gonna take your trash to the dump? The water people, the electric people. In some ways, you're relying on your neighbors to not rob your house every time you go out to work or something. So we rely on a lot of people. There are no self-reliant, self-built people. Maybe Grizzly Adams or something like that. But he still relies on God for the trees and the bears and whatever else that guy ate. So I may be meandering a little bit on how great Jesus is, but I don't know, wouldn't you? Wouldn't you want to talk about the best, the GOAT, the one who is all sufficient, the one whom the Father took good pleasure to let all the fullness dwell in him? For all the fullness. Receive Jesus fully, completely. Don't hold back, Lee. Yes, that's a word. I just made it up, but it's a word. We need Jesus and nothing else. And I am just so thankful that you have joined me this morning. Thank you. This is TJ McCormick with Sing the Word. And we will see you Monday. Enjoy your weekend.